Welcome to the Nitpicking Nerds, ranking every Commander series.
We are going through 350 to 321. Only 30.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
Hey, I'm your host, Beezy, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds. Now, you can watch this whole video and then go, wow, these guys are really awesome. I'm going to subscribe. Or you can just take my word for it right now and subscribe because we got awesome projects going on, including this one.
Where we rank every single Commander. And besides, well, I said besides, so you need to. And besides, you'll want to be subscribed to our channel because our subscribers are 10% more likely to meet Mark Rosewater.
Disclaimer, subscribing to the Nitpicking Nerds will not increase your chances of meeting Mark Rosewater.
Pretty sure I'd rather meet Kevin Bacon.
No! What have you done?
If you want to know, what have you done? If you want to know our criteria for judging commanders, there's a video for you, boink boink, right there. And maybe you should watch this series in order if you care about figuring out where commanders rank, or if you want some suspense to it.
Yep, we're going by power, fun, artwork, coolness.
I guess you did say power. We care about how much power these creatures have. No, those are all subjective. We're not the ultimate arbiters of what a magic card is, but we have some say in it, and we're going to rank them, and you can watch it.
We're doing 30 this video. We're cutting down to 30. We're going to cut down as the list gets lower and lower because these videos we're getting like an hour, 10 minutes was the last one.
The commanders are getting better, and we don't want to have to short a commander by not talking about it because we're running low on time.
Yeah, we want to talk about the commanders, give them their due, say whether they're...
Yeah, so the series will take a little longer, but this was all planned anyway, so...
All right, so
let's hop into it.
Jarrell, Empress of Beast.
This is a weird one because it's old. It's an oldie.
It is an oldie. There's some oldies up here still.
Well, this card says you set 3 lands aside, and now your opponents can never wrath the board. Ever. Because they will die.
Oh, yeah.
Keep 2 bad cards tucked aside. You know, just put them face down next to your 3 lands and your commander and just go, fight me. Let's go.
Fight me. And then they spot removal and you go, but
fight me.
But fight me.
Well, you could also, on your main phase, activate it. All of target players' lands become 3/3s. Then play Azuri's Predation.
That's like the best way to take advantage of it.
Oh, God, that's so savage.
You can't really take advantage of it too much in green, but there's some ways like...
Destroy all creature types. I don't know how much of that exists in colorless or green or whatever.
Not too much.
Is there any destroy with the same name? No. I guess not.
They don't even have the same name. They're still lands.
Well, they could have the same name.
I guess if they're all playing like a mono deck, yeah, that's fair. Not too much to talk about on this card besides
it's hilarious. This card is a beating.
It's a beating if you're... It's even meaner because you can make a deal with somebody. You're playing white. How about you cast a board wipe and then we'll destroy all his lands?
Oh, what are you supposed to do against that?
Cry.
Cry? I did cry one?
I'd cry.
Ever, Tim. Azor, the Lawbringer, 349. The guy who is on Ixalan, was a Planeswalker, founded the Azorius on Ravnica.
We never got to see him as a Planeswalker. I want his Planeswalker card.
Really? Because I don't care about it.
I'm interested in it.
His cards are all bad. The one in a white, they can't cast instant or sorcery spells, draw a card. And his ETB, they can't cast instant or sorcery spells. What about creatures? What about artifacts?
No, he can't do it during their turn. It's really weird.
They can still cast instants on other people's turns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it only stops sorceries and randomly instants for a turn.
And he has to attack, and then you get your Sphinx's Rev, so his power is really low. His lore is neat. I like that he made the Immortal Sun, but it kind of just felt like, okay, we have set where Boros' plan starts. And then we're going to go to 1, 2, 3 blocks before War of the Spark, so let's just make up MacGuffins for him to get grabbed there. Oh, the Planar Bridge. Oh, the Immortal Sun. Oh, they have to get Blackblade Reforged on Dominaria.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Liliana. That's the MacGuffin he got.
Liliana is a MacGuffin. Yeah, Azor is decently cool. Unique.
He looks cool.
He's definitely unique.
Kinda.
I mean, he's who else attacks in Sphinx's Rev? That's pretty powerful.
You could just Sphinx's Rev whenever you want in every one of the same decks.
That's true.
Marisi, Breaker of the Coil. Here's the coil. Boom. Broken. 348.
Marisi, Breaker of the Coil is really fun because you get to goad everything.
All their guys.
You're also in control of combat. because there's no one else can cast spells during combat. So
This is basically you just build the gold deck. You control combat always, and you really don't want the board to be wiped, even if your board is bad.
no, it's a good card in this deck. Settle the Wreckage, because you goad all of an opponent's creatures, and then they're forced into attacking. It's pretty strong.
That's a cool one. I like that.
I thought of that when I was looking at him. Maurice, it turns out I thought Maurice was like an old character that had some story. No.
He's an old character. He just has no story.
Yeah, he just has.
Well, we play the Twin Claws in Battle Box.
Maurice's Trinkle.
Looks like we're completely outnumbered.
Lucky for us, I thought we'd be bored.
That's the only other mention of Maurice, basically.
Yeah, it's one of the.
I think he leads the wild Nakaddles.
He does. They're just Nakado though.
And when we were ranking this, I thought the art. I was like, nah, the art probably sucks. And then it turns out it's really good.
The art's really good on this.
I was like, oh shoot, it's like amazing.
Oh shoot, it's really really well done.
Virdis the Veiled, 347. This is the tiny little buddy to Gorm the Great.
He's unique because what other? I don't know if there's any other card in Magic that makes you lose half your life.
What are you talking about?
Oh, besides, there's another.
Heartless Hitotsugu, Kata Spike. There's quite a few.
Exactly half of them, but there is at least.
Soren's Vengeance.
No, Soren's Vengeance makes you lose
10, which is mostly half your
It's
life.
a fourth in EDH.
In EDH, yeah. It's fun and cute to connect with him, but you can't make a blue deck with him.
Watch out for that lure.
The lure.
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 Yeah, lure. Watch out for they put lure and get you for 20. He comes out early, so there's a lot of situations where he can just hit right. If you go around, he can just hit somebody who doesn't have a blocker that early.
Especially if you play him on turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2, even turn 3. It's like sometimes you're just playing a 9 creature deck. It's like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I can't kill that.
Yeah.
Or they Greaves it or something. Turn 2 Greaves, turn 3 this guy.
Ugh, gross.
That's a sequence. I mean,
he's not the strongest. But just being able to do that, hitting for 20 early would be like devastating to a lot of decks.
this is weird because isn't this one of the cards that can never kill your opponents? They always just keep losing half. You have to hit them like 100 times to do anything.
Well, it doesn't prevent the damage. He hits for 1 still.
No, what I'm saying, it's great. You want to hit with them once, but then you just don't want to hit with them anymore.
10's still good. 5's whatever.
5's nothing
That was
because this guy has died already. How have you gotten that many hits? Double Strike is cool though with him.
Ooh,
That's what you want to give him. Double Strike.
Double Strike. Coming in next, we have Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs.
This to me seems like the Goat Commander.
He's like a ghostly. It's not the Goat Commander because Goat can't attack you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you get down to a 1v1 and they have to attack you.
I don't understand Goat, and I don't want to go into it now, but I don't.
Why?
Because if you goad something, it's coming after you. That's what goading.
No, you just goad it somewhere else.
That's not what goading is.
I'm going like, but on behalf of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm so mad at you.
It's not what goading is. Okay,
I don't know.
Regardless,
I like this card.
he's a weird ghostly prison type, like Minotaur dude, or ogre. He's an ogre. I think.
He's an ogre.
He's an ogre that makes ogres.
Yeah, he does. He enslaves ogres, and they work for him.
But they can
That's his thing.
but he can only get them if you don't pay mana.
Well, I don't know how it works. I think if you don't pay mana, he can call them to defend himself.
The
card's alright.
This is like a weird red taxing effect.
It's better than Ghostly Prison. I think Ghostly Prison is so bad.
I'm not saying it's not better than Ghostly. I think it's like Ghostly Prison.
I just think it's better. We don't think very highly of Ghostly Prison or Propaganda.
I think both those cards are bad in EDH.
Me too.
Unless, again, like there's those creature matters that we don't play in, or it's just like based on attacks. I guess
maybe we do, but there's just removal. Removal exists. So, Horobi, Death's Whale.
345. Death's Whale is an awesome name.
That's so scary. It's so spooky.
Spooky. So spooky. It turns all your targeted spells and abilities into removal spells, but it's going to fizzle like every one of these spells and abilities. So if there's anything else in the card, like a draw a card effect, it's just going to fizzle anyway because you lose your target.
Yeah, you just want to target a lot of things with one ability or one card.
Is there a card that like targets like 4 or 5 things?
In green.
That's not named,
not really in black though.
It's not named Hex. And Hex already destroys.
Hex would just destroy them. I don't know what it would be that you're trying to do.
I don't know.
Incremental Blight maybe. That goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's.
But that would kill most.
Hex is so much better.
Hex is not even good.
I know.
Awesome name, mediocre commander.
Yeah.
Sasaya. Orochi Ascendant. Can I interest you in a snake commander? Have we not had enough of those yet?
There's so many snake commanders.
More than I thought going into this.
This guy flips into a mana doubler.
Yeah, it's a flipper that is legendary already.
You have to have 3 lands in your hand. Or no, you have to have 7.
No, it's not a reasonable amount. It's 7.
You have to have 7 lands. But
What is your hand?
You know what I
You have no other spells in your hand, then you ramp into what?
I like that when you activate, you cannot. If you have 7 lands in your hand, he gets the flip. There's no stopping that.
Right.
Because the only thing before the colon is reveal your hand.
Right.
So it's the only cost. So it's like, I'll activate, reveal my hand. No, hold on. I always meant the ability. Reveal my hand.
Oh god, that's true. There you
It's
go.
also on this side of the colon. So revealing your hand is the cost. You have to pay it.
Yeah.
You have to reveal your hand right away.
You could put it on the stack infinite times.
Hold on. Let me keep her.
Woo!
Just fan yourself off.
I think this card's really cool because it's insane ramp. But how are you supposed to flip it?
You don't.
There's only one card I can think of that even helps. It's the search for a basic land storm. Put them in your hand.
There's
That's the only thing I can think of.
There's the Nissa's one that's
Pilgrimage. That'll get you 2.
Isn't there one that searches for 3?
It searches for 3. You get 2 in your hand. 1 into play.
Oof, I don't know. I don't know how you're doing this.
Life from the Loam can get 3.
Life from the Loam is
That's
probably
a couple.
Life from the Loam is probably the best way to go because Loam
Mulch can get multiples. We're really stretching.
He seems fun, but he just seems hard to actually do.
We gave it a 9.
Yeah, jump through some hoops.
Speaking of jumping through hoops, Phage the Untouchable. Literally, if you play this, you lose the game.
343. I stick by the fact that I think this card is a 0 for power.
And it is definitely a 1 for power, because there's a hoop you got to jump through, and then it's really strong. Hit somebody, they lose. None of this Virtus, they lose half their life crap. They're just dead.
Yeah, but the thing is, on top of that, there's this giant hoop that there's like 3 cards in all of Commander that can do it.
There's multiple. There's quite a few.
There's not more than 3.
Not more than 3.
Is there really 3 cards that get it out of your command zone?
We looked it up, but there's at least, so there's Command Beacon.
I know Command Beacon.
There's Torpor Orb. There's anything that says you can't lose, like Platinum Angel. That's at least 3. And I thought there was a new card from, wasn't there a land from the newest set that does it?
I'm not really too sure. Either way, this is so, I hate this card.
Why do you hate it?
The
character's cool.
I hate it as a commander.
But the character's cool.
Phage is cool. Phage gave birth to the weird.
4/4 of it has
thing.
nothing to do with the power. So what are you talking about?
It's because I want it to be a 0 power, and you made me give it a 1.
What about the other 4 numbers? 80% of it. What do you think of those?
I think she's fairly unique, but like most of it, half the uniqueness is really bad. Like the fact that you
can't cast it.
Yeah, you can't cast it from your command zone. Oof, that feels really bad.
You could also dash hopes it. Just counter it, and then you can reanimate it. Or you have to return it to your hand, then play it.
Yeah, you can't reanimate it.
As I said, you return it to your hand. Didn't even hear that part, apparently.
What did it get a need for? Mine's failing me.
Fun. It's fun.
Oh, it's definitely fun.
It's fun to be on the edge of losing, and your opponents don't respect you, and then you hammer them in the face.
Nobody respects you.
Ray of Dawnbringer, 342. This is the slowest card. How does it even make it this high? I hate this card.
Because she's super cool.
She's cool. She says you can't die until I consent. What a jerk.
Yeah, and also she just consistent. Like I love the idea. Like in the middle of her like war and battle, she's just reviving her soldiers, and
she's like, okay, you're back in. Jimmy, get in there. It's like dodgeball.
Jimmy, get in there. I like to think that in like this medieval war, like where they're
Who said it's
fighting with
medieval?
swords.
Who said it's medieval?
It's very medieval.
Who said that?
Most of the old Magic cards are very medieval.
Angels aren't medieval.
That's a pretty medieval setting. Either way, she's reviving like knights and soldiers, and they're just Jimmy. That's my favorite.
Greg, come on, Brian.
You can't die until I consent.
Yeah, what a jerk.
She's a pretty big jerk. Patron of the Aki. Now, remember when BZ misspoke last time, saying that the rat patron was the most common one? I think there's way more goblins than
I
there
forgot,
are rats.
man. This card is just so bad.
I love the art. I love on this art that he's like a giant worm thing coming out to eat a goblin that's like tied up.
Whoa, that's like crazy.
He's just gonna swallow him. This would be a fine go wide goblins commander if there weren't 10,000 better go wide goblins commanders.
This just man, he's gonna avoid commander attacks a lot, I guess. That's not nothing. It's just trumpet blast. Trumpet Blast?
Yeah, Trump Boss is not something. Not
Okay.
something you want.
What is something in terms of, let's get talking about anything else. Sek Kuar, Deathkeeper. What is a Graveborn creature token?
Yeah.
How is that not a zombie?
How? How is that not a zombie? What is a grave? It's Graveborn sounds literally like the description of a zombie.
Yes.
It's so weird that this doesn't make zombie tokens.
They're babies that they were just born in a grave. It's like a tub birth, like a natural birth, but they were just born in a grave.
But also,
they're human.
But also, you only get these when a creature dies, meaning they're using the body of the thing. It's so
Reincarnation?
It's literally
Sekar is a Buddhist?
It's such a zombie. It's ridiculous. It just didn't get zombie type for whatever reason. The art is really good.
Jund Sacrifice Commander.
You don't see
just like the Boros attacks commanders.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jund Sacrifice Commanders. There's less than Boros attacks because Boros attacks like almost every Boros commander. Is
it's
Boros
harder
attacks.
to print a Jund card than a Boros card. So
apparently, it's
no,
not.
it just is.
Oh, you're right. It's the colors. Yeah, that's true.
Wrath Capuchin, Ship's Mage. He's a 4-mana 3/3 with Flash and gives all your historic spells Flash.
Being related in some way to Gerard is just as cool as being Chandra.
As being Chandra, wow.
I
You
know.
don't have to do anything. You just say like, my dad a couple of generations ago, I was just born.
That's not what a dad is.
My great dad.
My dad a couple of generations ago.
My dad's dad was Gerard. I did nothing. I was born randomly. I didn't ask for this, but I'm cooler than Chandra. I'm as cool as Chandra.
It's weird that all these generations later, they're all just working on the Weatherlight again. It's
destiny.
So many people care about their lineage on Dominaria. It's crazy.
People care about America too.
Yeah, but
on Earth,
not as much as this.
There's a lot of cultures that care about heritage.
Yeah, that's fair.
You might say too much, but I don't need to start naming cultures.
We don't.
I'm not going to armchair judge cultures right now. I am going to armchair judge Rexiel the Risen Deep.
338. This is a giant
Yep.
kraken.
Yes.
That is destroying ships.
I couldn't tell where his face was at first, but now I know.
Okay, but regardless, he's a giant kraken destroying ships. Why is he casting spells?
Oh, because they're in the deep. They're underwater.
It doesn't. The only thing I could think of, and this was a stretch, that he's actually like this smart creature though, and when he sinks the ships, he takes like their records and can get like information like that. But it's a stretch. I'm stretching.
They're from Italy.
They're from Italy.
Great.
Therefore, expropriate.
Therefore, omniscience, expropriate, whatever. I like the mythics from Worldwake. I feel like he's kind of a dud.
I think he's fun. I think he's cool. I like casting other people's spells. It's one of my favorite things to do.
You do enjoy that, but you're not playing this.
Because
power's not very high.
You have to play him for whatever 6 mana.
I think it's 6 or 7.
Yeah, pay his 6 mana, and then after that, connect with him. I mean, he is unblockable a lot of times, but still,
not the best. Anything else? I feel like I'm missing something. I guess this is the Steal Your Girl deck. There's a couple commanders that want you to just steal stuff.
It's Mr. Steal Your Spell.
Yes. Garden of the Bloodflame, 337. She keeps you safe from board wipes. She gives your team haste. They're not bad abilities.
She does keep you. She keeps you really safe from board wipes.
She has flash.
She has
a
flash.
red-black card with flash.
If you can get a board out early that is threatening, and then you can just hold her up, it's so powerful.
It's powerful, but it still makes a board wipe bad. You still don't want to be board wiped.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, she's not. If you put her back on the field, that'd be insane.
I like that this card works with mill. So if you have a citrus supply that dies, same turn it comes out, you can potentially you can just draw like 5 cards. But she's really expensive to be doing that.
Yeah, Ghana is expensive. I mean, that's why I only got 3 for power.
This is where Command Beacon. Command Beacon goes in this deck for sure.
What is that?
Because that's an instant speed. She's an instant speed. You get to choose whenever you want.
You're an instant speed.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I was being
We're trying to make content.
We don't make content here.
I guess not. Not when you say things like that.
The art is perfectly fine. There's some cool. The lightning looks cool in the background of Garner.
We're suckers for lightning, apparently.
Lightning looks cool. Lightning is one of the coolest things ever.
If you haven't looked up compilations of lightning hitting stuff, you're missing out. It's so cool. It's like chops trees in half. There's so many people with phones now. There's a million videos.
Garner is also super fun.
Slow-mo lightning, also really cool.
Garner is super fun.
Garner's nice.
I would have fun playing this deck. I mean, giving your creatures haste is awesome, and bringing them back and being protected from board wipes, which everyone hates.
Honestly, one of the better Rakdos commanders you could pick. There's not many good Rakdos commanders.
What about Rakdos the Soul Shopper, or the one where you get to sacrifice half your permanents?
There's not that many good Rakdos commanders. It's 2/3 of Jund, so, 2/3 bad.
No, I love John.
I don't like this card. Horde of Notions.
What?
336. This card just strikes me as so bleh. It doesn't give me that spark that makes me go, oh, you could do this, or you could do this. Just even with the new elemental synergy like Risen Reef and Omnath and basically nothing else.
Okay, so Horde of Notions, he is worded so weird. If somehow, I don't know how, I don't think there's any card in Magic that does this currently. If a land in your graveyard is an elemental and a land in your graveyard, you can activate it targeting the land, and then you can play the land as your land for turn. Because it's how it's worded. It's worded
weird.
as play and not cast.
I think there's a card you can make it happen with Dryad Arbor. There's cards that make it an elemental.
It's super weird.
That's really random.
Yeah, because it says play. It literally, I read the Oracle text, like maybe it says cast, maybe they changed it. Nope, it still says play, which means if it's a land, you can play the land.
This card has random abilities, vigilance and haste and trample. It's fine. I don't want to hate on it because elementals are really fun, and you get a lot of support from M20.
Also, how many elementals have cast triggers? Almost none.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, because you cast them. You don't just get ETBs; they're cast from your graveyard.
So?
It's just strange. It's a strange thing to do. Like, it seems like it'll just put it onto the battlefield.
I don't like the extra hoop that now that your spells can get countered.
They can. Yeah, they can.
Not great. Kron the Dawnclad. We had talked about Vela the Nightclad. This is her rival. And I realized this upon seeing Kron and remembering that he existed, because I forgot. He goes green, 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 white, white, white. That's so intense.
He looks like a statue come to life.
That's kind of cool.
He's like pure gold. I wrote in the script here, is he the lion or is he the guy riding the lion? I know the answer, but which one is he?
He's an Archon. Archons always ride weird flying things.
Always?
Always, seriously. You can't point to an Archon that's not riding something that is flying.
Okay, that's fair.
Ashen Rider's an Archon. The 5-mana 4/4 from Eventide is an Archon. They're all flying on things. He's an Archon.
I don't know many Archons.
There's at least 10 in Magic.
There's that. All I know is the Archon that stops people from attacking.
What card is that?
It's like 6 white, white, white. Players can't attack.
Oh, Blazing Archon?
Yeah, Blazing Archon.
That's an Archon?
It's Blazing Archon!
I didn't know the name. It came out of I don't know where it came. Well, Kron wants you to enchant him, but it's so slow.
I don't, he has no protection and he wants you to enchant him. I do not like that at all.
He's a bajillion mana.
He's a bagillion mana.
Way worse as a commander than, well, he's a better commander because that's how the list works, but way less strong than Vela.
Yeah, he's less strong, but he's way cooler.
He's so much cooler. Dawnclad is cooler than Nightclad. I feel like that look has been done. Oh, shadowy. Oh, you can't see who it is. Blah.
Bright rainbows. No one ever wears those.
Nothing wrong with having a good guy who knows what he wants to wear.
Good guys can be cool. Bad guys can be cool.
Indeed.
Bad guys are cooler usually, but
well, let's test it out. One spot up is Geth, Lord of the Vault. 3/3/4. This card is really weird to me. I was looking at it the other day, and just people love this card, and I just don't. I don't know. I don't really see it.
I'm not a big fan of this card either.
They jam it into the 99. As a commander, he's got to be way better than in the 99. Just because we don't think he's very good in the 99. So building around him obviously makes him better.
Yeah, I don't. He's fun. People love playing it. They love. It's weird that you reanimate something and then you mill them.
You can't mill them for more than the spell's cost.
Yeah, it's exact.
I was thinking if they play certain cards, maybe you can go infinite, but not really. You can steal Prayer Drake, but you have to have a land that produces more than 2 or more than 1, and then you can sack Prayer Drake and make infinite mana and mill out all your opponents.
That's cute.
Isn't that weird? Maybe you have Cabal Coffers.
That's really weird.
It's so random.
It is. Yeah, I would never have even thought of that. That was just completely.
Well, I was thinking, does this card go infinite? And I was like, well, I have to go infinite with your opponent's cards. Well, what if my opponents are trying to go infinite? You steal their combo. That's the coolest thing I can think to do with him.
That's perfectly reasonable. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's a bad guy from Phyrexia, works for the Praetors, and he's buddies with a much, much cooler Phyrexian Glissa.
Glissa. Listen, who's got a card later? Not today, but
I think we already had the first version.
we had
Sunseeker?
the better version's coming up late.
Oh, that card is so cool. We won't tell you where it is. No spoilers.
Well, it's not that soon.
Another bad guy.
Yeah. Ete, the Corrupted. This guy still loves himself. He comes in at 333.
He's still selfish. I love the transformation between he's a jerk and now he's a Phyrexian jerk.
Where does he get white from, though? He becomes an Esper card. It even says in his flavor text, corrupted by black mana. But his original card isn't white.
It's mono blue, right?
It's mono blue, yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I just know that he's kind of cool.
He is cool. I mean, he's
one of the many, many betrayers of the Weatherlight.
How many people betrayed the Weatherlight?
Stark, Krovax, Urtai.
Yeah, Stark killed himself afterwards, so it's okay.
Couldn't come to terms with it, with the fact that his ability is so dumb. There's so many more. I just can't even think right now.
Oh, we didn't even list Stark in our flavor fail video.
Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. I like sacrifice a creature and enchantment, counter spell, right?
Yeah. It's weird that
if you can untap him, he starts to get real annoying.
Did they have to put white so you could put enchantment in there? Because blue-black doesn't really work with enchantments.
Yeah, but why is enchantment in there at all?
I don't know.
It could just be blue-black and sacrifice creatures.
I don't know.
Maybe they thought he was too good in blue-black. That could be it. If you put him in more colors, he's harder to play.
Well, they do. No, that's old thinking.
That is old thinking.
That is like, whew, some old school Magic logic is lacking.
We can't rag on them too hard. Mina and Den Wildborn, 3/3/2.
I hate on this art that Mina is just in the front, and then the other half of Mina and Den.
They're brother sister. They're equally important.
Mina is just super close to the camera, and Den is just in the background.
He's jumping like an idiot in the background.
He's just in the background. He's so tiny.
Can we move him forward like 10 feet so they're behind each other? So they're close?
I don't understand why they would. That was a really weird decision.
It just looks like one character.
Yes, Mina and Den is one character.
That reminds me of the book, Rat and Teo. They thought his name was Rat and Teo because they couldn't see Rat because she was in the background jumping like an idiot in the jungle. Apparently, yeah. This card is pretty good in terms of a commander. It has a 6 for power.
I mean,
trigger all the landfall.
Getting extra land drops is just good.
Makes me think of all of the offenders. You know the red-green land cards, Valakut, Tireless Tracker, Lotus Cobra, Azusa, like all the gang's all here.
The gang's all here. Boring characters, really boring characters.
They didn't do jack diddly squat.
To be fair, like all the legends that they had on like the Zendikar, Battle for Zendikar, and the Oath of the Gatewatch, none of the side characters did anything. What did Drana do? What did
Jorien do?
Literally, there's so many legends.
General Tazri didn't really do anything.
There's so many legends, and none of them did anything.
Zada, Hedron Grinder, what did she do?
Exactly. There's so many, and
oh god,
they were all so unimportant.
They really were, because all that mattered was Ulamog, Kozilek, Obnixilis, Gideon, Chandra, Jace, Nissa.
Yeah.
Nobody from Zendikar.
Got it. Eldrazi.
Literally 0 people from Zendikar.
No. That's false. Nissa.
Not even Kiora mattered.
Nissa's from Zendikar.
Not really.
Nissa is from Zendikar.
When you change where she's from, yeah, she's from Zendikar, right? Wasn't she from somewhere else?
No, she was always from Zendikar.
I thought she grew up on Lorwyn. That's why she was so racist. She was racist originally.
She was, but I still think she was from...
She came out in Zendikar, so maybe.
Maybe I'm just wrong.
Maybe she spent most of her time in... Because no, she came out and she had Nissa's Chosen on Zendikar. I don't know. We don't know Nissa lore, but we do know Mina and Den Wildborn lore, and it's not great. Very lacking. This card would be way higher if they were just cool characters.
They're just not cool.
They could be the red-green Gisa and Giralf, but they're not.
Why is Den in the background?
Wait, actually, they're higher.
Why is Den in the background? That's all. I'm so caught up on that. Why? What a terrible art direction. If you suggested that as art, or if you just did that randomly, there are 2 people.
And when we do art fails, we'll get that.
That is such an art fail.
You picture Annex and Siamede, Kineos and Tiro, Gisa and Giralf, they're prominent.
Pia and Chandra.
Or P and Kieran? I'm pretty sure I said that.
Oh, P and Kieran. They're just hanging out like front and center.
Front and center. They're the subjects.
Den's in the background.
Total shafting of Den.
Ready for a 1?
In power? Yes.
Tetsamak, Primal Death.
That's a sweet name.
It is such... This card's super cool.
Primal Death sounds like a video game.
Sounds like a bad video game.
Yeah, Primal... I think I'm thinking of Primal Rage. It was Mortal Kombat with dinosaurs. That game was sweet. Sega Genesis.
That sounds cool in concept.
Yes. Only that. Yes. Well, you could have in that game, you could build up little worshippers, and they were like little tiny people, and you could like eat them to get health. The better you did in the battle, the more little worshipper guys you had supporting you. That game was weird.
Why are we talking about that?
I don't know.
Probably because this card does nothing.
This card is total blank magic card. Could be the Ace of Spades, but it has a really cool putting prey counters on things if you can get it to your hand.
Also, yeah, it puts prey counters.
Oh.
What a weird counter type.
There's this card, actually, I want to give some credit to Commander's Brew because I was watching one of their videos. This is really cool with Volrath. Because Volrath cares if a creature has a counter on it. So you just pay black, put a counter on a thing. And now Volrath can steal its abilities. Isn't that sweet?
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
you just never cast Tetsamok.
Yeah, you just hold it in your hand.
Yeah, or if you eventually get prey counters on everything, then you just destroy everything.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Cool card in the 99. Weak commander, which is how we evaluate. We evaluate as commander.
Yeah, he's very weak as commander. But he's a dinosaur porcupine. That's so cool.
Yeah, no, this thing is sweet.
He's basically he is just covered in spice. He just looks like he's some sort of like porcupine. Like instead, Golta can't eat him because he's a porcupine.
And for history buffs, this card was the worst part of Rivals of Ixalan Limited.
You love bringing up cards in Limited.
I like the story. The story of the card helps me evaluate it because this card was like a menace. It was the worst thing ever.
I mean, it seems unbeatable.
Because you just play a 2-drop and they go, hey, Tetsamok, that's going to die soon. What a horrible feeling. Rekna the Redeemer, 330.
Starcurse Lovers with Krav.
The Unredeemed.
The Unredeemed. Which
Angel and Demon.
I love that they're the Redeemer and the Unredeemed.
She never redeemed him.
He can't be redeemed.
Why not?
That's the point.
Oh.
He's a demon. Like, even though she is the Redeemer, she can't redeem him, who she loves.
But they're in love, and it's adorable. And she willingly brings soldiers knowing that he's going to eat them and sacrifice them.
Yeah, she's a big jerk to those soldiers. I love their lore, like as a Starcross Lovers.
Who are also fighting in a coliseum.
Yeah.
Which is like, what the heck is going on?
But, you know what strikes again? That terrible CGI, not CGI.
Battle Bond artwork. Womp womp.
Computer generated. I guess it is
CG.
Yeah.
Because not all of it. Some of those are hybrids. And some of them are all CG.
This one's real bad.
Not a fan. I don't know. She looks really small, doesn't she?
Why is
Krav is huge in the background, and she looks really tiny.
It's like only Krav's head. It's just his head.
I don't know what's going on. Is she a fairy? But she's a 4/4.
I don't know.
We're not 100% sure, but I like the life gain theme. Black-White life gain, this seems like one of the better partner commanders. One of the better commanders for Black-White life gain.
I mean, Krav's really good.
Krav is super strong, and Regna's fine. I'll take it in the command zone for free.
It's just going to be a free card in your command zone.
And lets you play white. Krav can't play white by himself.
Yeah, that's true. You want this in your command zone because you want the white.
Yes.
Which is weird because you usually don't want the white.
Wait, somebody wants white to play Magic?
I mean, if it's free, I'll take an extra color anytime.
Thanks, partners. Multani, Yevi Maya's avatar. This is the last Multani, 329. I remember we had the other one 500 ago.
Oh, it's so long ago.
It was so bad. This is the best Multani for sure.
This thing can get so big. It can be a legitimate commander damage threat.
Yeah, it gives you... You can't flood. Oh, I have 20 forests to play. Awesome. Great. Oh, your graveyard's filled? Even better.
I have 20 forests to play. Well, I can keep playing my commander. Awesome. Put it back.
It's super sweet. I like that it basically won't go to the command zone. This is going to keep costing 6.
No, yeah, just keep putting in your graveyard and bouncing lands.
Landfall deck, you could not worry about that and have your big Voltron commander as a side and just go for Landfall.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's also another way you can go with this.
Tireless Tracker, Lotus Cobra, Azusa, the gang's all here.
The gang,
Life from the Loam.
Your life from the loam. That's how I'm feeling today.
I guess.
Art, stellar art. Looks really, really good. I was looking at this probably like an hour ago, just to I like to re-look over things before we start these videos.
Definitely.
It looks so good.
It feels like they brought the old character right into the current year, and it looks great.
How old is Multani? Because she was around during...
I mean, they're all a million years old. Every character is just 1,000 for no reason.
Yeah, Multani is, but not every character.
You know, it's like reward points at any store. You've earned 35,000 reward points. Like, but I could have just got 35 though, right? I mean, come on.
Well, yeah,
and they always say, Liliana's 23 million years old. Soren is 25 billion years old.
Yeah, but
like, but he's basically 250.
I mean, it's fine because we have characters like Jace who's like 30 and 40, like normal age characters.
It's weird.
That makes it work. I mean, that's why like
if you have to remove all the zeros, Jace becomes 0.004 years old.
This is Jace, a little baby Jace.
Jace was just conceived. Tani. Thank God it has trample.
Oh, it needs trample.
Without that, his power will be lower.
You have to play Rancor in the deck, and that's just you don't want to be playing that in this deck.
You don't want to have to, but if you have to, you have to. But you don't have to.
Not in this one.
On.
Gaddock Teague.
Why don't you take the helm on this one?
328.
You played this.
Gaddock Teague is fun to play, fun to build.
What's the deck look like?
He ends up being a stacks type commander, creature-based stacks for the most part.
Toolbox.
Very toolboxy.
Birthing Pod, Eldamri's Call, Finale of Devastation, Green Sun Zenith, Court of Calling.
You don't play the X spells.
You don't have to, but you could. There's also Ranger of Eos. There's Ranger Captain of Eos.
Those cards you play.
There's the Recruiter of the Guard, that type of stuff.
Yeah. I know for a fact people don't like playing against this card.
Because you've played it, and people have really complained.
It's the funniest.
Surprising. I was surprised.
The funniest game I ever had. I played against a group of my not usual friends. I just pull out this deck. I'm like, this deck gets crushed all the time. It's not that strong or insane of a deck.
I don't think it was that crazy.
And then somebody just couldn't. He's like, everything's talking around. I'm scooping. I don't want to play this. I'm like,
yeah,
okay. I don't think this deck is that insane. Like,
Captain Cisse is another one too. I think you had like Linvala, and maybe some Stony Silence Commander and Taxing. I don't know. It was weird. They're like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm just done. I'm done. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't think. Yeah,
sorry, I beat you, but that really flowed right off the tongue.
Gotcha.
Open up a can, I'll whoop butt.
He's pretty unique. He's one of the few where you want to play creature stacks.
Nothing really tells me to play creature stacks like Gaddock Teague.
Nothing.
He's really short, but he seems really tall.
And he's got a big forehead. His forehead is huge.
It's a 5-head.
It's 7 or 8 head. It's huge.
It sounds weird when you don't say 5-head. It sounds like you're saying weird, random things.
5 head sounds random too to me.
No, 5-head's good.
Corona, False God, 327.
This makes me think of the beer. Crack open a Rona.
And no one calls the Rona except for our friends.
Shoutouts to our stupid friends. This card is really cool because the character's awesome. She has every power that people think she has.
Yeah.
That's like the coolest thing ever to me. It's crazy. But the problem is, they could just beat the crap out of me with my own cards.
This thing it's funny. This thing this can be defeated like spoilers for it too. Like they can just be like, you have no powers. You have no powers, and she's like, no.
But first you have to spend 2.5 hours doing nothing. Could have just approached him in the first place. But it's a 3-hit kill if you name Avatar, which they probably will because they're not playing tribal like you might be. But watch out because if you have no creatures and you just play this, your opponent can hit you for 7, and the next player can hit you for 7, and then the next player can hit you for 7, and then you're just dead.
I like this
card. Who wants that to happen?
I really like that this card has to have haste.
Why? Oh, because if they just get it, then it doesn't do anything.
It just go bouncing from player to player.
Yeah, it's a weird 5-color card that has to have haste and nothing else.
It has to, because if it doesn't, it would have to say that it gains haste every time. Yeah. But then you wouldn't get to use it the first time, and it'd be real bad.
Yeah, she has some power because politics exist. It's cool. It's a cool political deck.
I think it's an awesome tribal commander.
5-color politics or tribal.
Yeah, you can play tribal politics.
5-color tribal politics, of course.
All my cards are politics and tribal.
Oof. Thin pickings. Yasova, Dragonclaw, 326.
You have to pump its power in order to steal anything bigger than 4.
4 is good. You can steal utility creatures, so you can steal creatures and sack them, steal creatures and flicker them, so you keep them. Those are all cool things.
Well, there's not that many flicker effects that don't put it back.
I'm pretty sure...
Some do. Not a lot.
You telling me you're not playing the ones that do?
Well,
So the deck would try to do that.
Yeah, there'd be some... You can play some of them. I'm just saying there's not too many of them.
Conjurer's Closet does it. That's a 0 mana investment to just okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying there's not none, but
This is a Rancor deck.
This is a Rancor deck.
Beat in with her, and then you steal something that basically anything at that point.
Yeah. How many things have more than 6 power besides your Ulamogs and Kozileks and all that stuff?
This is the Active Treason Tribal deck. Also, she was surprisingly relevant in the story. She, I think she foresaw Boros coming. And all the Ugin stuff. She was on the wrong side. I think she was against Zircon.
Still boring.
Still, like, she has a cool tiger. Pet tiger.
It's like a panther, isn't it?
Pet panther.
It looks more like a panther. The Pala.
Oh, we're almost done.
Pilot Exemplar. 325. See, I'm glad that we shortened this because I'm thinking right now, this feels like we've been doing this forever.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost half of the other video. Well, we're getting more time to flesh out these cards and talk about the decks.
Yeah, the Pala Pilot Exemplar. Dwarves and cars. That's what the deck is.
Dwarves in cars. Dwarves and cars. I like this card. I don't know. This is very an endearing character, and it looks like a really cute deck.
Yeah, you just get to put tiny people inside of cars.
This deck is determined not to flavor fail anything because all the dwarves just fit in every vehicle.
Yeah, but you're gonna flavor fail anyway because you're gonna have like 10 vehicles. Like you can put them all inside each other.
Like a clown car if you have to crew with like 4 dwarves. They're all packed in there. I think 7 dwarves goes in this deck. That's like,
yes,
how is that not the
we
perfect?
Found the 7 dwarves deck.
How is that not perfect? There's a shortage of dwarves. They all suck. And instead of a 6 mana 0/1 with Mountain Walk, you can play just a 2/2 that gets bigger with the other dwarves.
This really seems fun.
That makes me like this a lot more.
You know what's funny? Did you read about 7 dwarves in draft? You can only have 7 dwarves in draft.
But you can also have any number of dwarves, right?
No, you can't. You can only have 7 dwarves even in draft. Because it's what the card says.
Oh, the card restricts you.
The card restricts you.
That's actually weird.
It goes. Yeah. It's just funny that even though you could play any number usually,
turns out it counts.
You could actually only play 7 in
we've
draft.
never had something like that where you can play more than.
We can.
I want to see more design space like that. But that's a little risky. That sounds like some Yu-Gi-Oh crap going on.
You don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, I don't. Which is why whenever I don't know and it sounds stupid, I just think it's Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I don't want them to push this mechanic too far because then you'll get Siege Rhino that you can play 10 of. Oh, that's stupid.
That's really random. Coming in at 324, Borborygmos.
Borborygmos.
Enraged. He's mad. He's throwing lands. He's chucking them everywhere.
Mountain.
Trying to next.
Not Gruul. Die. That's one of the best flavor texts I've ever read. Said by this man on Gruul Charm.
Yeah, not on this card. Because on this card, they could not fit any flavor text.
No, because he's okay. He doesn't do a whole lot.
He's one of the few commanders that dies to Eye Gouge.
Yes, he does. He will die to Eye Gouge. It's a strong. Remember I mentioned the search for a land, put in your hand storm? This is what you want to be doing. You make all the rituals. You search for 15 lands. You just kill one person, maybe 2.
Yeah, it's like chucking lands and everything.
It's cool to combo off. This also pairs well with Mina and Den, Lotus Cobra, Tireless Tracker, Azusa comes to Life from the Loam, even.
I don't know why he
ran. The usual suspects.
Why does Borborygmos, who's this big, giant, like he comes off as an attacker,
care about a berserker?
Why does he care about land so much?
I don't know.
It's real weird. But he can just chuck them. He's just like...
I want to bring up the best Borborygmos competitive story where he was in a Reanimator deck, and the opponent knew about it, and he goes Pithing Needle, which stops the abilities of a card, and he says Borborygmos.
Oh.
And oops, there's a card called Borborygmos. We covered it 200 ago, and it's not this card, so he just lost to Borborygmos Enraged. Rage matters.
The funniest thing is almost always that's not going to happen.
Right, if you say
name Borborygmos, and this was the only one that existed.
Yeah, let's say a random, like Talrand. There's only one Talrand. So that would default to that Talrand. But there's 2 Borborygmi.
Or you could even say what it does. He could have just said... He literally would have been better if he had said the creature that you reanimate that lets you throw lands.
Yeah, that would say...
That would cover it.
Yeah.
You don't have to name, you just have to name what the card does.
Yes. Also, Borborygmos means stomach noises, which is an adorable fact. I love the Gruul. They're just ridiculous.
Not Gruul? Then die.
Then die. Uh-oh, the next card is Gruul, so actually perfect. He won't die.
Ilharg. the Raise War. 323. I'm going off.
Combo.
This thing is super forced because they needed the right god. It is as hard to kill as the god Eternals, which are covered in Lazotep.
And our actual gods.
And are actual gods. I mean,
revived by a god.
So but somehow, this thing that is just apparently there.
It's existed. Ravnica has just one god. It's a boar god.
It's so stupid. It doesn't fit. I hate that about this card. I want to give it less coolness points because I just don't like. Gods are cool like inherently, but this one really gets me angry.
I don't appreciate it. Why not just have Hazaret come along?
Hazaret's in the story.
Hazaret is in the story. She helps kill Boros.
Like it didn't.
Well, she provides her spear from Amonkhet.
Yeah, which helps kill Boros. Oh, how cool would it have been if like
she threw her spear
through the portal?
Oh,
that would have been cooler.
Like then the Doctor Strange is like, and then it stabs him.
Classic.
Ilharg is cool. You want to throw an Eldrazi into play. That's what you want. You want to tackle your 6/6 and then go, oops, Eldrazi. Problem is, you don't get Annihilator triggers.
You know what the worst part is? It's because you don't get like Annihilator triggers, and the otherwise you don't have Trample. Blightsteel Class is actually fits in this deck.
No.
I mean, I don't want to.
No.
I hate admitting that because I hate that card. It does.
Nope.
It actually does. If we were building an Ilharg deck, I can't imagine not putting that card in.
Ugh.
I'm not even a fan of it. I hate that card, which is why I would never build an Ilharg deck because I would have to put a Blightsteel Class in it.
We hate that card so much we won't build a random commander deck.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's sneak attack on a card. I like this. I think there's things you could do. There's some kind of infinite combat nonsense you can do, or infinite thingies.
Yeah, but you can't.
I don't know it.
You can't do it in the command zone. Better if you need to be in Jeskai, then you get the Sphinx that can't.
That's what it is. Metamai.
Yeah.
So we didn't consider that.
Yes.
This is mono red.
This is mono red. If you're playing a Jeskai deck and you have both those cards in it, then it's kind of cool.
Maybe there's something you can do with extra combats, but be careful because the card you put in doesn't gain when this attack triggers.
Yeah, it's sad.
Right. Kamal, Fist of Krosa, 322. He made it real high.
It's funny that both the commanders that make lands and the creatures are in the same little section.
This one, once it's out, I think it's better because you can just start picking them off. You can spot remove. You can go. Somebody plays a board wipe. You can go. Okay, this one and this one and this one and this one and this one. All the best lands die.
Yeah, I like Kamal more. Kamal's better, and you don't have to discard cards to do it. So that's.
This seems like a really good elf ball commander. Plus, he has overrun just on the card. You can just pay 5 mana. Your guys get +2/+2 trample.
Nothing wrong with good old overrun.
That's why I like this as an elf ball.
Kamal takes a Druidic Vow.
He takes a Druidic Vow. He was a pit fighter, barbarian, brute, who then becomes a druid and does some good.
He's the Fist of Krosa. He fights for
the trees.
Apparently, isn't there another card that's called the Fist of Krosa?
Baru. We covered him 350 ago.
Yeah, I mean, Fist of Krosa is just a title.
Yes, it is a title, and he has become it.
You're the protector of the forest of Krosa.
Of the trees.
The trees. Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know, but there's only one commander left on this episode.
He's pretty boring.
Silas Wren, Seeker Adept.
I mean, partner him up with some other artifacts matter persons.
Akiri. He's also good with Sidar Kondo because it makes him unblockable. You want to cast, let's see, Wayfarer's Bauble, Soul Rings, Burnished Heart, stuff that goes to the graveyard.
Nile Spellbombs.
Nile Spellbomb, Hedron Archive. I wish it was a little bit more efficient. It doesn't reduce the card at all, so you still have to pay the full mana cost. Silas Wren, character-wise, we're going deep. He's from Alara because he's got all the Ethereum body, and Tezzeret was feuding with him.
I'm pretty sure Tezzeret's like the reason he's like full Ethereum though.
Tezzeret did it?
Or they're
rivals.
Or did he defeat Tezzeret?
I think he defeated Tezzeret early on before he became a walker.
Yeah, read up on it. It's not too bad of a story.
Yeah, he got decent points for it, in case you're wondering, because most of the partners are just nobody. Yeah. He actually has a story, weirdly.
Yeah, which is fine. It's sad they're at the end on him because I don't like that card very much.
I think it's okay.
I don't hate it.
It's a little uninspired.
It's still it's in the top 300. It's in the top 321.
That was just 350.
It's in the top 350, which isn't bad.
That's more than most. I mean, we gave him a 5. Also, if we haven't mentioned yet, partners get +1 for power because you can partner them with any partner. We don't do partner by partner commanders. That's ridiculous. We're not grading all that.
Yeah, we thought about doing the partners with if they're partner with, but we just didn't. I don't think it needs to be done.
No, it doesn't, because you can do one.
Yep.
So all partners just get +1 power.
Yep. And
So that was this video.
That is this video, and this was an awesome video.
I feel like we got more time to flesh out people.
If you would like to pick up any of these commanders here, you can go to our link in the
Plug.
description. It'll take you to Nope, it won't. It'll take you to TCG Player, and there you can buy any cards. If you use our link to buy anything on TCG Player, you'd be supporting the channel, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll help us buy new equipment, like a new camera, some microphones individually, and we're looking to get into gameplay eventually, so we got to save up for that.
Yeah, we love.
I'm
all that
excited.
stuff. I want cameras and mics.
I just want the channel. I want the new cameras and mics, and then we're just going to be full on. We've got the equipment to do whatever we want, and then we can eventually venture into whatever we feel like, really.
We want to just keep making videos for you because we love you, and some of you love us. In fact, how many of you? 27?
27 patrons.
27 patrons. We love you all. I pointed to the card again. It's not there. We actually just have a screen now that shows you our patrons.
Yes, they're scrolling by, and do you want to do a quick shout out real quick?
We're doing a quick shout out to somebody who's awesome, and we'll tell you what he did in another video, but we're going to shout out his Discord that he wanted us to shout out, where you can go. We'll put a link to the Discord
Link in the description.
in the description. The Discord allows you to play online. There's rules in the Discord.
You have to read the rules, but it's kind of it's like a queue, almost like Magic Online, but it's just the queue for Commander. You find out 3 other people want to play Commander, boom.
They have high, low, and medium levels of gameplay. So
Yeah.
if you're playing with like a casual deck, you can go play with casual people, and you basically just have to be able to record with your phone,
Yes.
and then you record your board state and you play.
They didn't pass off or anything. We just thought, like, that's a really cool idea. We talk to, like, our fans all the time.
Yeah.
That just seemed really cool. So, I mean, if we can promote it and get more people playing Commander, we're going to do that.
Yep, we will. And
That's all of the plugs, I think.
is that all our plugs?
That's a lot of plugs.
We do them at the end. We're cool.
Okay, we're cool. We're also going to go now, if that's all right.
Yeah, we are going to leave. Do you want to say it today?
I'll do the end. Well,
No,
you-
peace out, Jeff Scout.